it's Gamer H here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the bane of a simmer's existence, expansion packs. We love them, we hate them, we'd rather not need them, but they can be an important part of our Sims experience, especially when the base game is caught lacking. And, I mean, if you're a simmer, you know the base game is almost always caught lacking. But the only issue is there's a lot of packs, so it can be hard to decipher between packs you need, packs that would be nice to have, and packs that you shouldn't waste your time on at all, and there definitely is a few packs that you really shouldn't waste your time on. But luckily for any of you that are looking to invest in the right Sims 4 packs, I've tried nearly all of them. And I'm here to tell you the top 10 expansion packs that every simmer needs, so let's jump right in. The number one expansion pack on this list that I would recommend getting for The Sims 4 is none other than Cats and Dogs, because not only does it allow you to have pets, which can really improve your game experience, but it has a lot of other really great features as well. The most notable of which is Brindleton Bay, a world that's only available in Cats and Dogs, and there's also special creatism items, build items, and buy items within the pack that make it even more tempting. All things considered, I feel like this expansion pack could and probably should be a part of the base game, if that tells you anything about how important of a pack this is to have. And personally, I build with this pack a lot. You probably see me use a lot of its different things in my gameplay, so I can definitely say that I would give this pack a 5 out of 5 stars if that was something that I was doing for a rating system of these packs, because this pack is definitely one of my favorites, if not my actual favorite to have in-game. It's something that I feel like I definitely couldn't survive without in my day-to-day gameplay of The Sims. The second one on this list is Growing Together. Growing Together is one of the latest Sims 4 expansion packs to be released, and I highly recommend it since it contains a lot of extra family-related content, such as new clothing options for the infant Sims, which came in an update prior to Growing Together, so they don't have a lot of content for them. Most of it comes in Growing Together, which I think they should add a bit more to the infants, because they have like a lot less stuff than the other life stages, which is a problem that they did have when they added in toddlers, but I'll discuss that more in a further video. But most of the pack is centered around creatism items, but there are a few build and buy items as well, including a changing table for infants. Yes, you heard me right, us Simmers haven't had a changing table in the base game this entire time. And lastly, the Growing Together pack introduced us to a whole new world named San Sequoia, which is the Sims version of San Francisco, and it is already becoming a very popular map to play on. And personally, it's one of my favorites. I've been building and living in San Sequoia in a lot of my different Let's Plays and Legacies, so I think I definitely use that world more than a lot of the other ones. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites when I play in The Sims. While technically the next pack on the list is a game pack on the Sims 4 DLC page, technically speaking, DLC refers to any sort of expansion upon the base game, so I'm still going to label this as one of my top 10 favorite expansion packs, if nothing else, just because it is one of my really top favorites, and I would love to talk about it with you guys. But Parenthood is another expansion or game pack that I think should have been a part of the base game, because it plays a really important role in the family building portion of The Sims. So you see, in the base game, there's a lot of limitations in parenting the young Sims, but with the help of the Parenthood pack, toddler, child, and teen Sims can have unique values instilled in them by their parents through discipline and other parenting methods. This expansion / game pack doesn't come with a new world, but it does include plenty of new items, especially the build and buy items, and those are really amazing. You probably see me building with them a lot, especially the counters and such, so I definitely recommend getting it if you enjoy family gameplay, or if you like building with the style of build buy items that this pack comes with. Cottage Living is the first pack on this list that actually expands on the Sims 4 universe instead of just offering something that I feel should be in the base game. and thus it is the perfect expansion pack for simmers who want to switch things up and play the game in a different way for a little while. With this pack, you can finally live your cottagecore fantasies by having your sim move to Hinford on Bagley, a rural Sims town with plenty of wildlife. And they can also enjoy new actions like tending to livestock, and you can create them their own farms. Plus, there's plenty of new items to play around with too, which are all very much cottage themed and like just very cute and cozy. I personally use a lot of Cottage Living in my gameplay and in my builds especially. You'd be surprised how many places you can use certain things that are from Cottage Living's build by, especially their debug. The Cottage Living debug is one of the best tools for any simmer, and honestly I would buy this pack just for the debug because that's how nice the debug items really are. But I think it is really perfect for anyone that wants to do a lot of farming or like cottage lifestyle in The Sims. And now we're going to move on to our 5th pack on the list. The 5th expansion pack on this list is Discover University, which is exactly what it sounds like. An expansion pack that lets you send your Sims to college and help them navigate life at a university. The pack includes a new map named Brightchester, and it also includes 2 different colleges that your Sims could attend, the University of Brightchester and the Foxbury Institute. Much like in real life, each of these colleges will provide the player with a different experience. And as you've come to expect with Sims expansion packs, this one also comes with plenty of new items for cast, build, and buy. I personally have been playing with Discover University a lot more lately in my Legacies and Let's Plays, and I've been finding it a lot of fun, especially for my teenage Sims that graduate early with the use of the high school years expansion pack. So I think it is definitely a nice pack, especially if you want to turn off aging and just enjoy bonding with your Sim a little bit. And especially if you want to get a boost in your careers and not have to play through the earlier levels, then that is a really good way to do that by getting a degree. Coming in at number 6 is Horse Ranch, an expansion pack that provides player with the ability to have horses, goats, and even cute little sheep. It also contains a world called Chestnut Ridge, which is also ranch themed by the way, and lots of in-game items. But one of the places where this pack really shines is in the fun activities it opens up for your Sims. There's horse competitions, line dancing complete with country music, and new recipes for your Sims to try out, which is something they've been adding in a few of the expansion packs, starting with Horse Ranch, and I really appreciate that because honestly some of the Sims food was getting a little bit stale, so the new additions for the recipes is actually something that you wouldn't think is a really cool gameplay, but it is actually kind of nice to have new recipes, and the build my items are really nice, and I definitely recommend getting that if you love building with a more country rustic aesthetic. I know I said that Parenthood is the only game pack on the list, but that's because I feel like this next game pack is actually more between a game pack and an expansion pack due to just how much content it has within it. But the pack that I'm discussing is Dream Home Decorator. Dream Home Decorator is a pack that revolves completely around home decor, and for this reason it will probably be shocking for people that know me that I didn't rank this higher. But rest assured, it doesn't mean that I don't love this pack, because I really do. I just think that the other expansions are a bit more vital than this one. Having said that though, this pack does open up a whole new career path for Sims by allowing them to be interior designers. And to make it even better, this is an active career, meaning that you can play as an interior designer as your Sim, instead of just sending them off to work and fast forwarding like you do with most of the other careers. It's very similar to the scientist, doctor, and detective career that come with Get to Work, which are the only other 3 actively based careers, which is another reason why I put this pack on the list, because it's the only other pack that includes an active career other than paranormal and Get to Work. But I think that is actually a really perfect way to test out all of the new items this pack provides, because Getting to do interior decoration for a lot of other Sims gives you more of an opportunity to use the build and buy items that come with this pack. And believe me, there are so many build and buy items, you're not going to want to miss using any of them. And the counters from this pack, I know I go on about the counters from each of the packs, but that's because I really do love decorating kitchens. And the counters from this pack, it's a very modern, like sleek sort of look, and it's nothing that we really have in anything else. And I use them a ton in my own gameplay, and so I just know if you guys have or are going to get this pack that you're going to enjoy using those items so much. A Laundry Day is our first and only stuff pack on this list, and it's a fairly simple pack compared to some of the other expansions on this list, as it only serves one purpose: giving Sims the ability to do laundry. Finally. Which some people may think is a kind of weird and small addition to the game, but personally I think little things like this elevate the game a lot by making it a lot more realistic. So if you're just like me and love as much realism as you can get in The Sims, you'll love this pack just as much as I do. And it also comes with some pretty cute items you can use in your builds as well, which I think is really nice. I love good diverse packs that you can use in multiple different settings. Our next to last pack on this list is the only kit that I have on here, and it is the Country Kitchen Kit, which is just a fun little expansion that contains some build and buy items like cabinets and counters that make it easier to create the perfect country kitchen for your Sims. Specifically, these pieces are a bit on the rustic side of things, which I love, and they look a lot nicer than the original kitchen items that are in the base game. So if you love building with rustic items, I definitely recommend getting this kit because it is only $5, whereas the other packs that you have to get rustic items from are typically $40, like Cottage Living and Horse Ranch. So if you want to save a bit of money but get some rustic items into your game, then this is definitely a really great way to do that. And last but not least, we have City Living, a pack that I feel like could have fit into the base game, but also one that adds a lot of realism into the Sims 4 universe. It contains a brand new world called San Myshuno, which is obviously a bustling city, and adds apartments and penthouses into The Sims 4, which is a really cool feature and certainly one that I use really often in my own gameplay. Plus, it actually adds 3 new careers that aren't in the base game. So with this pack, your Sims could become a critic, a social media influencer, or even a politician. This pack could have landed a lot higher on my list if it would have just been updated or refreshed recently, because as I mentioned, the idea behind this pack has a lot of potential, but it was released in 2016 and sometimes it feels a bit outdated, which is why it is unfortunately number 10. Although I will say that I do have a little bit of a hard time ranking this one because of the new For Rent pack. And I will discuss more of that in a later video, but for now, just know that I either would have put City Living in number 10 or I would have put For Rent, but just know that in number 10 it would have been some sort of apartment-based expansion pack. And there we have it, the top 10 Sims 4 expansion packs that I think every Simmer needs in their collection. I hope this video was helpful for you if you're trying to narrow down which packs to invest in, and if you were just watching it for fun, then I hope it was entertaining. And if you did enjoy it, please remember to hit the like and subscribe for more Sims 4 and gaming content like this. I appreciate every single view and interaction from you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!